What's going on, everybody? Quarth here, and welcome back to another video. So, let's talk about Nori. Now, if you have been living under a rock and haven't watched the series, Nori was killed by one of the three murder drones. It has been clear stated by Khan, it has been clear stated by Uzi, and it's been clear stated by her herself when N visits her in the mines. But the question has come to sting me. Which murder drone killed Nori? Many people would say that it's N, but honestly, I don't think that it was. And I'll get into that very soon. But yeah, you read the title. Today we're going to be discussing and I'm going to be sharing with you guys my theory on which murder drone killed Nori. So let's cue the intro and get into the video. I'm going to keep it simple and I'm just going to say it right here. I think it's Jay. Not because I hate her, but because she's the most likely candidate. But let's save that till near the end of the video. Right now, I'm going to tell you guys why I don't think that N or V could have done it. First off is N. It's not just because N is so innocent at the fact that I don't think he could do it. I mean, hell, we've seen him in the pilot before slaughter a whole colony just by one simple entrance. But it's for one reason that I really think. When N meets Nori inside of the mines, N doesn't recognize her voice. Now I know, that's a big jump. You're gonna say, Quarth, what do you mean? The murder drones wouldn't recognize their voice, they're just bloodthirsty killers. No, they're not. Listen. N has been shown to communicate and, talk to his targets. We've seen it before in the pilot. When he opens the door, he comments on the drone's poker game that they were playing, and he says he wants to deal in, but then he remembers he has to kill them, and he goes in. So he obviously would remember their voices. Unlike Nori, he doesn't remember anything about Nori, so he wouldn't know. Also, from Nori's perspective, Nori doesn't seem that mad or hostile towards N. Obviously, she's a little annoyed because, a murder drone is dating her daughter. But at the same time, Nori doesn't seem that vengeful, and Nori and Uzi have same personalities, so obviously, Nori would want to be more vengeful to her own killer. So, that automatically could take N off the table as being Nori's killer. But now we move on to V. Okay, now, not inherently a lot is known between the relationship between V and Nori, so take what I'm about to say here with a grain or like a truckload of salt. Although V has been shown to be the most violent drone in the pack, I don't think she killed Nori, specifically because I don't think Nori would be that stupid to challenge V. In my perspective, I feel like Nori would have studied all three of the murder drones in their own ways. She would see that N is the weakest. She would also see that V is the strongest, therefore not wanting to challenge either V or N. It's also shown in the pilot that V loves to feed her own victims' intestines and organs and hearts to her victims. So chances are that if it was V, Nori's heart wouldn't have even been existed, therefore Nori wouldn't even be present in the show. So, unless something comes up where Nori and V actually interact and Nori says, yep, that's my killer, I'm going to take V off the table. Which leads me to the final candidate, which is, of course, J, and the most likely one. While, yes, I do hate J, there are legit reasons for her being Nori's killer. One, she's the least aggressive, but also the leader of the murder drones, so it would make sense for Nori to go after her to kind of prove a point to try and scare the other murder drones. And two, from what I've seen in the show and based on the analysis, it looks like that the whole Dorman family has a personal vendetta against Jay specifically. Hence, in the first episode of the pilot, when Uzi and N are going up against V and J, Uzi says, which one do you want to take? And N says J. Uzi says too bad and immediately throws a fucking pen straight at her head. If that's not vengeful, I don't know what is. I really have good reason to believe that Jay was the one who murdered Nori. Hence why, when Khan sees N or V, he doesn't react to them. But if he saw Jay, he would know that that's his wife's killer. So he would have a more higher reaction to her. But that's just a theory. A drone theory! Thanks for watching. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and this idea really just came into my mind randomly. I was just laying in my bed, and randomly I thought of the idea. Who was Nori's killer? So, isn't YouTube a great thing? Also, by the time you watch this, this may be my last video for the year. I'm going to be trying to put all my effort into a new video that I'm going to be starting, which is the full timeline of Murder Drones, start to finish. So for most of December, I may be taking off on the shorts and the long form videos, which may in turn be my last video of the year. So to all of you guys, Happy New Year, and I hope to see you guys in 2026. Also, here's a little disclaimer, I will be live streaming for some days in December as well, just to keep you guys entertained so you guys don't get sad and bored. So yeah, that's it for me. This is Quarthan in real life, and I'll see you guys in 2026. Peace!